Hi, my name is Jessica Wilson, and I am a 43-year-old mom of two boys, 7 and 9, so 210. And I live in Dallas, Texas. And I would just like to talk for a second about why I highly recommend Tatch's program. So I am in kind of the early years of perimenopause. I've noticed that in the last few years, especially in the last 2 years, the weight's just going to my stomach and it is not moving. And the trend that I had seen that was really starting to concern me was I just felt like I had to keep upping and upping and upping the exercise. So I've always been somebody that's exercised and tried to watch what I eat. But over the last 2 years, the amount of time I was having to put into exercising was just becoming prohibitive. Two little kids, work, all those things. And it got to the point where last spring, I was trying to do boot camp. I had tried to add in on top of that training for a half marathon. I was trying to add in cycling. I was just trying to add all these things in because I just could not see the weight coming off. And at this point, last spring, I had gained 10 pounds. And I remember thinking one day, "Uh, I don't have 25 hours a week to work out, and I'm already eating pretty well. So am I just doomed to gain weight?" And I'd seen, Tatch's Instagram, followed her for a little bit, and I thought, her whole thing is that you don't have to, is that you actually shouldn't be adding more and more and more workout time in, and you can't work out the same way once you get into perimenopause and menopause as you did when you were in your 20s. So I thought, you know what, it's worth a shot. So I contacted her and I signed up for her initial program, which is 3 months. And I have to tell you that it was the best decision I have made in a long time for my health. I started with her in August, and I um, wrapped up that 3 months. I lost 10 pounds, 1.5 inches off my stomach. I was fitting into clothes I haven't fit into in over a year, and it was absolutely amazing. And I was just really thrilled, and it didn't even take, the whole entire 3 months to start feeling good. I felt good after just a few weeks. And I think one of the reasons, well, there's a lot of reasons that I love this and I recommend it. The first one is it fits your lifestyle. I mean, like I said, I have two boys under 10, school, baseball, sports, all the stuff. I'm trying to start a business. There's just all these things going on, and I love it. It's like 4 days a week, 20 minutes. The other days, somewhere between 5 and 10, and some walking. And I have to tell you that the workouts are great. I noticed definition. Clearly, I was losing weight because I lost an inch and a half off my waist. But also the walks. The walks are huge because I think a lot of us as women don't realize how little downtime we actually give our brains, because we're always thinking about what's the next thing I need to do and what's something else that somebody needs me to do, and all this stuff. I have to admit, at first when I saw the walking, I was like, "Ugh, isn't that like what old ladies do?" No, oh my god, when someone tries to take my walk time away from me now, I get upset. It because I would wrap in, you know, doing a little bit of like meditating, a little bit of praying on these walks, listening to audiobooks. I finish books that I've been trying to finish for like months because I could listen to them on an audiobook. And then just getting outside, getting the vitamin D from the sun and the exercise from the walk, it just felt absolutely amazing. And I just yeah, so it's more than exercise when you work with her. It's the holistic approach, and I think that's why it works. And even when it comes to food, so I was a personal chef for a long time, gone to culinary school. I understand nutrition and I understand food, and that really wasn't my problem area. So, she'll work with you on trying to look at your diet and make changes where you need to, and that wasn't an area of really high need for me. So another thing I really liked about working with her was we were able to talk about the parts that I that I had under control, and not focus on that and shift the focus to other things. And, just like if you've got, if meditating is something you're already doing, or you've already got a lot of good mental health in, she can focus on the other things. But I just love that she starts with the whole approach, and she works with you, and she's really open to, if you say, "Hey, I'm cool with how this is working. This is the part, and the other parts that I need support with." She'll modify and work with you, which I think is really, really good. And just can't tell you, like, the confidence that I have gotten from just feeling better, from not feeling like, I have a muffin top every time I'm sitting down in my clothes and having my clothes be too tight. I just, it's not only been important for me, um, as just date how I feel day to day, but it's also helped, like, as I move forward, and start this new business that I'm working on. I feel more confident in general, which is helping propel me forward in that. So I think that's huge. Um, I guess, without making this too long, if you're, in your 40s, in your 50s, you're noticing that weight's starting to pile up around your midsection, and you feel like you're just upping and upping and upping your exercise and nothing's happening, don't despair. It sounds counterintuitive, but the answer is actually to do less in a more efficient way. And Tatch is the person that can tell you how to do it in the more efficient way. And it doesn't take long to start seeing the results and feeling better. And I guess I'll just conclude with, I was so thrilled at the results I got in only 3 months, that I've already signed up for another year of continued support. So there is continued support after this too. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I did this and it's great, but now what? She's still there. And I've actually continued to lose weight and tone, as I've been doing this, because I've been working with her since August, and it's now almost January. And I'm in love with it. I'm thrilled with it, and I can't recommend her highly enough. So, good luck with your own personal journey, and I I just highly recommend it.